Welcome back to Inside One Muay Thai. Aaron Enright here alongside my son, Alec Enright. We're here talking about the One Fight Night 40. That's this Friday, February 13th, live on Prime Video, Lumpini Stadium. The Bhutan versus Hemmetsburger 2.
Part 2.
Part 2.
Yeah, that'll be exciting. I'm glad. It's really quick. They're really quick on it, but I think Jackie deserves her rematch, and Stella deserves a shot at that kickboxing belt for sure.
I agree. I think it was an amazing first fight. What we're going to see the second one is completely going to be amazing. Yeah. And honestly, I think the One Championship got it right on this one. You know, some of the fights that we've seen beforehand, they've been good.
Yeah.
But there's some really good ones that we're going to cover. Again, here at Inside One Muay Thai, we talk about the Muay Thai and kickboxing. We want to try to promote the striking part of the One Championship, which we find the most exciting because it just brings some of the best strikers on the planet onto the One Championship platform.
It really is great. I mean, the striking that you'll see on One Championship is like no other, right? If you're big into UFC or if it's like one of your first times visiting us, coming from a different background of, say, MMA, right? Now we get to introduce you to a little bit more of the stand-up only, which, at least in biased opinion, is our favorite for sure. Yeah. MMA is great and all, with all the different martial arts you include, but striking, whether it's kickboxing or Muay Thai, is definitely some of our favorites, and hopefully we could turn you onto the striking side.
Yeah, Muay Thai and the small gloves, nothing like it. And before we start talking about this, well, let's talk about last month's.
A little rewind.
Let's do a rewind. So in One Fight Night 39, I went 3 for 4. You went 2 for 4. The one that really stuck out was that Rambolek and Abdul Diakev. I was shocked by what happened on this. Not that Rambolek couldn't beat him. But the way Abdullah had been he'd been mowing through some people, and I really thought he was going to take him down. He got shut down.
Rambolek is able to do that. We've seen it in the past. Rambolek do it to a lot of his opponents. Obviously, we had Diakev trying to win that one. You had it by second round KO, which was second round KO.
I was right there
for Rambolek. But yeah,
that doesn't count, does it?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. No points for that. But maybe, but. It was still, I mean, again, just a great kind of back and forth. That's just the levels that we see. Diakev mowing through people within the One Championship stage. Rambolek, tons of experience, also mows through, and then they both meet, and then you're like, what's going to happen? What's going to happen here? What's going to happen there? And it really is just a good experience there for us as watchers as well.
Yeah, well, and we have one of those type of fights coming up as well here in One Fight Night 40. So let's get started with that. Our first one comes with Black Panther, and he's a 4-1 in the Muay Thai in the One Championship, an 80-17 lifetime. He's facing the American Diego Paez, who's 1-1 in Muay Thai at 1, and 8-3-2 lifetime. What do you think's going to happen in this one?
Right. Well, if anyone that keeps up on social media, Diego Paez is a really cool guy to watch. I don't know if you've seen his videos, but I love his social media presence. Him and his son. He posts a lot of him and training with his son. So kind of just going off the side. I am a big fan, I will say that, of Diego Paez and all the cool stuff, the cool content that he posts. I love watching it. The way he is like as a father too, and kind of translating that to the ring. I think it's a really cool thing there. But on the fighting aspect, he's a great fighter. His technique is also that we don't see it as much with the American fighters, but his unpredictability, right? He does bring out a little bit of that mixed martial arts within the MMA aspect with some crazy things that you might not see all the time in a traditional, here Muay Thai fight. So I think that's something to look out for. Black Panther, I mean, talk about Muay Thai. This guy, talk about just kind of going through people as well. This guy has a great resume, great names that he's being in. Again, we just get, like we said, those points where it's like these two people are going to meet of like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen?
Well, I think I'm going to be having to look at some of these videos, especially if they have the father-son thing.
It's awesome. I mean, I love the videos. They're him holding pads for his son, them hitting the bag together. It's awesome. I mean, but yeah, definitely give it a look.
Well, and his style, again, it's kind of that American style that's changing some of the Muay Thai. I know Mitch Chilson actually said he kind of looked like Eddie Abasolo, and I don't disagree with that. He very much has that. A lot of the spinning elbows. And that's one of the things that for Black Panther, his keys, he's got to watch out for that because they're sneaky. He can throw them, and he throws them well.
He does. That's why, kind of get into that aspect of, really watch out, really be on your guard.
And I was impressed with his last fight against Johan Ghazali. Yeah. Johan Ghazali, Jojo, has been, he's a powerhouse, right? He's been knocking out people. And then you get into a fight with, Diego Paez. I thought, no problem. Jojo's going to run through, and not even close. No. Diego Paez, I think that was his best fight that he's had on one championship, and probably one of his best fights in his career.
It was, it was
impressive.
It was a great one to watch. And honestly, if that fight doesn't happen, that changes my whole aspect of this fight. But seeing him evolve into the fighter and seeing him when he fought Johan Gonzalez, like you said, he just fought so perfectly. He did everything right, everything that he needed to, and just proves he is I feel like Diego Paez is not one that is normally talked about. Like our Joe, the Ghazali, Estupinans, all of them. Those are big names that everyone loves because they have this big, charisma characteristic. Paez is a very humble warrior, and he's not as talked about. I almost would go to the point to say overlooked here in some situations, especially in the Ghazali situation. Ghazali, dude, he's gonna run through this guy. Who is So I think with that fight too, just put really his name on the map and really showed us as the fans as well as the promotion who he really is.
Yeah. Well, and then to take a look at Black Panther, I mean, he's going on a 4-win streak with the last 2 knockouts. And really what did it for me is these last 2 fights, one against Ali Sadaev and then Johanna Stupinan, and knocked both of them out in the second round. I had seen Black Panther fight beforehand, but this time when I really took a look at it, it was really impressive. He's with Team Medes at 2. I'm just more and more that camp is bringing out some really good fighters.
And obviously you see where the training is and what they're putting their fighters through. They got it locked in, that's for sure.
I agree. So prediction time, what do you have?
Prediction time. I'm going Diego Paez. A little bit of bias there. It was very close for me, but then I personally like Diego Paez, so it just kind of shot it up just a little bit. So I was like, okay, I'll be rooting for him. I'll predict for him. I think it's going to be a great fight. There's going to be a lot going on, that's for sure. It's either going to go all the way with Diego Paez winning. A knockout would be pretty crazy. But I feel like if I'm going to predict Diego Paez, I think I have to say decision because that's just more of his style.
Okay.
So I'm going to say Diego Paez by decision.
Any... with the line, the betting line?
Betting line. Man, I'll probably say Black Panther will be favorited minus, maybe close there. It might be minus 150, 170 a little bit that we might be seeing.
All right.
Just thinking he's the Thai fighter in Thailand, so.
Yeah, and for me, what did it for me was those last 2 fights, watching, him, Black Panther fight, Saldoev, and Stupinan, especially a Stupinan. Now, Stupinan has been just so impressive, and the way that he handled him was great. My prediction, Black Panther by decision. I think that he's going to be the favorite as well. Yeah. I'm saying probably closer to a minus 225. I think that's where they'll probably have it. Only because Paez against Johan, he did well, but then, hasn't had such good.
Just a little bit more.
But I love supporting Americans as well, I think, and I hope that he does fantastic.
I hope it's a great fight. Yeah, either way, I mean, it's going to be a great fight, I think, especially with both these striking styles coming together and meeting.
Agreed. All right. Well, next fight we have the interim featherweight world championship with Taiwan Chai getting injured. We have Shadow, who's 0-1 in kickboxing, but this is a Muay Thai fight. 6-1 in Muay Thai in the one championship. 81 and 14-2 lifetime. and he's facing the King of the North, Nico Carrillo, 6-1 in Muay Thai in the One Championship, 29-4-1 lifetime. Wow, yeah. This is what I'm talking about. This is
these
banger.
3 fights that they're putting on. I mean, it's kind of, I'm not gonna lie, it's taken a little bit of a change. We used to see a little bit more striking with these. We used to be talking about 8 fights, 7 fights on a card. I mean, I can't be totally mad when they only do 3, and it's these 3 of good ones. I mean, we're talking about Nico Carrillo, King of the North, against Shadow. I mean, just an amazing Thai fighter here coming to clash. Nico Carrillo's last fight against Luke, right? That was great. And then just where he's kind of been coming up, shot down from Nabil, coming back up.
Yeah.
You know, he's making his way through the ranks. He really wants to kind of make his presence known, and he is a top title contender each and every time that we talk about him.
Every single time.
Yeah, and he's really coming to show that. Shadow, on the other hand, super active recently. He's fought, what, 3-4 times within these last kind of half years.
We saw him in July, whenever I was there in Thailand.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, his activity kind of just staying active, going. Getting some good experience as well on Shadow's hand, going against some really good guys. I think that will help him prepare for Nico Carrillo. Man, just talking about 2 different styles. Nico Carrillo is just a straight powerhouse in this division. But Shadow's not too... Normally, Nico is really much bigger than most of his guys, but Shadow's a big Thai.
Yeah.
For a Thai fighter to be from Thailand. He's a big dude.
He really is. And I agree. Nico is just... Man, dude, when he tries to, like, take your lights out with every shot.
He does.
Right?
He really throws 100%.
And then you get Shadow, who he's very much a traditional Thai fighter, but he's just he reminds me of like Rambalek, Kong Thor, and like those really
all into that group. Yeah, the methodical way. I'm gonna pick these shots.
And he's just quick with his elbows. He's got great kicks. His punching, he does it all. Now I didn't know if you knew this, and this may make a difference. But King of the North, Nico has his dog Callie in his training camp. I was reading some article about this.
He does some weird things in his training camp. I don't know. Some of it, like the one thing that he posted was really funny. His strength and conditioning that one time a long time ago. And his feet were like hitting a ball. I don't know. I forgot. I remember reading on it. It was it was just like different ways. Like that's not his actual strength and conditioning. He was doing like some funny like stuff like that. I remember, I forgot if he made it like, it was a little bit like a joke, but also just to show like the different stuff to do like as a fighter for straight, like how different it is from just like going to the gym, lifting weights. It's like moving your whole body. I get what he's coming across, but it's a little funny
and I
way.
think the whole part of it is, with the support, like you understand being away, and then this dog Callie is like a big deal to him, and like he spent some money to, and different flights and had to fill out different forms just to get Callie there to Thailand, and who knows?
That could be the little oomph there,
or is that a distraction
down here? The little comfortability-ness.
You always like comfortability, from home.
Yeah,
you know that from living there in Thailand and fighting. It's always great to have that, but does that become a distraction?
Right, it definitely can. I think it also depends on the person. Right, it depends on the person, what you need to suffice for your training camp, who you are, like when you train, right? Some people like need this all time of nothing, like I just need to focus. Some people can perform under, some of those things, but not always the best. I think obviously going through it both ways. I've fought here at home a bunch of times where I'm in the comfort of my own home and get to just go from the house to the venue and come back home. Like, that's nice. But does it put you in the right environment, right mindset of, hey, I'm about to go fight? Yes, these guys are professionals. They've done it more than 100 times. Yeah. So, but still, it's that kind of consistency there. Is it going to be a distraction for him? Or is it going to be, beneficial? You could always say it one way, but it really will show that night what it was.
Well, I surely don't think that his dog will have any impact on the fight. But at the same time, it's all mentality. Yeah,
you don't know that little bit. The little bit of comfortability could put you out of it and be like, oh yeah, I'm comfortable and not train as hard or just not be in the mindset ready to fight. So,
well, we'll find out. I mean, honestly, this is probably on the card the one that excites me the most. I can't wait to see this one.
Pick and choose between these ones. But.
Well, it's that time to pick and choose. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
I went first last time, so.
I'm definitely going Shadow by decision. Here's the funny part. Last time I watched Nico Carrillo, whenever he was fighting Luke Leslie, I'm like, oh, whoever he fights, I'm going with Nico Carrillo. But I also said that about Shadow. Last time I watched Shadow, I'm like, I don't care who he fights, I'm going with Shadow. So now I have to pick and choose, and I'm picking Shadow.
All right.
I'm taking it by decision. I think that he'll be favored, probably minus 125. If he's not, if he's the underdog, I'm certainly putting
for who?
Shadow
being okay.
I think he'll be favored. Minus 125.
Ooh, okay.
But again, if he's not, I'm putting some money on him because I think his all around ability is just. It's going to do it for me on that one.
Yeah. I mean, I was the same way. Oh, I'm going with Nico no matter what. That's when he fought Nabil, I said that.
Oh, yeah.
And then I saw him get knocked out. I was like, oh. But then he came back. And then he performed really well against Luke. I think he did exactly what he needed to do. If he wouldn't have put Luke down and did that, I would have had a little different thoughts here. But Shadow's going to be a problem.
Different than Luke Leslie, yes.
He is.
For sure.
But I'm still going to go with Nico Carrillo. I think I'm going to do third round knockout. I think it's going to go the first 2 rounds. It's kind of going to be unpredictable. It's going to kind of happen out of nowhere, third round knockout for Nico. He hasn't had the best with ties, though, but I think he's going to turn that around here with his style. And I think it is going to be pretty close. I think I had it pretty even, like minus 120 for Nico. I could even see them both coming out at minus 110, minus 110.
Which is pick 'em.
Yeah, which is pick 'em. Which I guess I'll say that as my official prediction, minus 110, minus 110. Okay. Both kind of even there in the lines. But I'm going to go Nico Carrillo, third round knockout.
All right. Well, that leads us to our main event. This is a World Championship strawweight kickboxing. Yes. So the very first time that they fought, it was Muay Thai. Now we are going to the kickboxing. And Jackie Boutin comes in with a 6-2 Muay Thai, a 1-0 kickboxing record with a 27-7 lifetime. Stella Hemmesberger, she comes in with a 2-0 Muay Thai, 2-0 kickboxing, and a 9-1 lifetime. And again, this is a rematch, and I think it's going to be a spectacular one.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great. I mean, you mentioned 6-2 in Muay Thai for Jackie Boutin. One of those losses is from Stella.
I know.
Going back into that first fight, if you didn't watch it, Jackie Boutin got caught with some tricky stuff. Yeah, twice. It was in the first round, right? Twice in the first round.
First round.
Once in the...
No, it was 2 in the first round, and what happened, and I watched this actually even this morning, is she was moving back both times from a kick to the head, moving back, and then about ready to come in, and then got caught with a quick right from Stella.
Yeah.
Once those 2 knockdowns happened, you saw her backing up. Now, she would still back off of those, but she wasn't going in, which is a big thing for Jackie.
Got her scared for the whole fight.
But if you take a look at the scorecard,
I was about to say,
it was 47-46, all for Stella, all 3 cards, which the first round was a 10-7 they showed. So that means Jackie won 4 out of the 5 except for that first one. And again, you get knocked down twice, and I agree. The other ones were close. I think there was probably... I think I give the first 2 to Stella, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think that's... Yeah.
And then the Jackie with the next 3, but those 2 knockdowns in the first did it. Yeah. And...
was it 10-7 or 10-8 in the first one for 2 knockdowns? Or no, 10-7. 10-7, yes.
10-7
yes, 10-8 is automatic. Sorry, yeah, 10-7. Yes, they released the scorecards because it was a very close card fight. Sorry. And yes, I remember seeing first round it scored 10-7. I was like, oh, that makes a difference. Like that really 10-7. And then they had Jackie winning the whole rest of the fight. But it did not matter. One, she did fight very scared. She was on the back foot a lot and very hesitant to counter. right? I would be too if I got caught with 2 right hands in the very first one. I mean, she thought she had it. She, like you said, evaded that kick, came in with the counter, had her hand down, got caught, put down twice. I mean, that's the definition of just a tremendous, amazing counter, is stopping your opponents, not just striking, but their confidence level there, for sure.
And let's not take anything away from Stella. One of the things that I saw, she fought amazingly. I mean, she deserved that win. We're not taking anything away from her. I'm certainly not. One of the things that I love is her footwork. You watch her move, just not allowing Jackie to set her thing, because Jackie likes to be in that box. She wants to counter. Stella wouldn't let her. Her movement was on point.
Yeah, I mean, if you rewind to our our podcast on that one, you'll hear, even I said, I thought Jackie Boutin, and I was like, Stella, to win, has to fight a perfect fight. She must have heard us, because that's exactly what she did. She went out there, performed amazingly, and had a perfect fight. It was just a perfect game plan, perfect execution, perfect, maybe the first game plan didn't go, so they had to revise, perfect adaptability there. Everything that she needed to do, she did to win that fight. So 100% she deserved that win. She did everything right. You can't say, oh, they got lucky with getting 2 knockdowns, like in the first. No, like she planned, like that was the whole plan. Like that's not lucky. That's what they designed it to be. They designed that kind of, she's going to make you miss, so better come on with that. If she doesn't throw those, Jackie tears her apart because of that, but you can't say, oh, this, that. That was the whole plan.
Well, and Stella did that after getting popped in the first round, too, and was bleeding for most of the rest of it. Even Jackie had some blood on her on the second round from Stella's nose. But, I mean, Stella looked really great. I think she's going to look great in this one as well. She's more of a kickboxer than a Muay Thai fighter. So you would think that would lead a little bit to an advantage for Stella. But again, it's Jackie Boutin, and I don't know.
Yeah, I'll go first on this one.
Okay.
Going back to the last one, I'm still going to say Jackie Boutin by decision on this one. Reason being, we are in kickboxing, and yes, Stella has a little bit more experience with kickboxing, but we have those big gloves on. I think the factor of having small gloves did really help Stella with her speed.
Agreed.
Because Jackie looked for a little bit more power. That will still help here, but I think those clips there in the first round don't put Jackie down in these 10-ounce gloves like they do with MMA gloves.
I was thinking the same thing, by the way.
But
I love it.
If Stella keeps that game plan, I don't want to say because she can't keep the same game plan because obviously Jackie's going to adapt to that and has been trained for that. They're professional fighters. They're champion level fighters. They're not just professional level. They're the best of the best in professional fighters. Jackie's not going to do the same thing. Stella's not going to do the same thing. Nope. There's going to be a whole different fight, a whole different aspect. So I'm just going to say, I'm going to take Jackie on this one. I'm going to go by decision. And I think just Jackie being the champ, even though she lost last time, I still think she's going to be favorited, probably really close, a -130.
That's very interesting. So I love narratives. As you know, if you've been watching this show, you know I love narratives and setting some up. And so I think the same thing happens in this one where to have that third, that trilogy, Jackie has to win this. Oh, that would be interesting.
That's a narrative.
I mean, that's a great narrative. Chatri, if you're watching. Let's see. Well, we got to get through this one first. So I'm taking Jackie Boutin. I'm also going by decision. And I'm so glad that you brought it up because I said the same thing. Those first two, she got clipped, and with the small gloves, she was dazed.
Yes.
I agree. It will still do some damage, but I don't think it brings her down like those did. So I'm going by decision, and I am thinking it's probably going to be about 110, -110, Jackie Boutin. I think she's going to be the favorite on that.
Oh, yeah, I think that'd be funny, right? MMA going into a trilogy. So like, hey, you guys, because I mean,
crazier things have happened.
Yeah, they have actually. Jackie having the kickboxing belt, Stella having the Muay Thai belt there, but Stella is more of a kickboxer. Jackie's more. So I mean, I think we'll see a back and forth feud with these two girls, especially if Jackie wins this one. Kind of going back and forth. People might not always agree with like, oh, why are they the same fighters? Like, they're at the top of their class.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it's made for. I think these 3 fights are going to be an amazing night of fights. You're definitely not going to win this.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to miss. This is again the one fight night 40. That's Friday, February 13th, live on Prime Video at Lumpini Stadium in Bangkok, Thailand. Bhutan versus Hemsberger 2. I can't wait. We can't wait till you to come and see us again on Friday whenever we release our betting odds.
Yeah, take a look at that DraftKings FanDuel.
I can't wait.
They've been releasing it early and early every single time, so just be waiting for our betting show coming out soon.
And of course,
this week,
if you like the content and we appreciate it, please like and subscribe. It makes a huge difference to us as we try to grow the information that we're given to you to help grow the sport of Muay Thai and kickboxing here in the U.S. and everywhere globally that we can. We truly believe in the one championship, and we just want you to enjoy as much as we do on it.
It really is something amazing.
So, from Aaron and Alec, we'll see you next time on Inside One Muay Thai.